Hi everyone, how are you? This is going to be a good video. I'm going to answer a question I get on my apps a little reasonably often, and that is how do you open a spa or something a business like that. Obviously, I'm not a spa guy, but there are some common themes that those kinds of brick and mortar businesses have, and it's almost the same as a restaurant. You think like, oh, really? No, but it's true because if you think about it, you need permits. You need various permits from your local city, state, and county, and that you figure out locally. You also are going to need a lot of money, right? Because you have to get employees, you have to get the physical space, you have to pay for the legal fees, for the insurance, for the lighting bills, and definitely you're not going to be profitable in your first month or so, right? I mean, it's very rare that these businesses are immediately profitable. So you will need to raise a lot of money. How much money? Here's how you count it. You want to create an itemized list, and the itemized list will be split into two sections. The section of before you start your business, like before it's day one, before the opening, and that's gonna have other like expenses like rent, legal fees, whatever licensing fees, things like that. Remodeling, right? And you'll have no revenue coming into that time almost, right? Or all. Now, after you started, you will have revenue coming in, and you will have different kinds of expenses. And so you want to make that list as well. And that's going to be called a cash flow statement. So it's actually kind of one of those dreaded business plan things, but it's simple as you see. It's really simple, right? But what the cash flow statement will allow you to do is understand how much money you will need to raise. And it's going to be many months, right? You will need to give yourself runway of 9 to, I would say, almost 18 months of after you have opened your business, and you want to start the business financially ready with that sum, because you certainly do not want to start the business being like month 3 and realize I'm running out of money, I have to close and I cannot pay the next month's rent. And trust me, if you're struggling and you're month 3 and you run out of money, there are almost no fundraising options for you except terrible, terrible loan options that you do not want to take. Okay? Investors not going to really get into that kind of a business. Is extremely risky at that point, and maybe you certainly don't want to get even your friends and family involved in that because bad shape. So what you really want to do is make sure that you have enough financial runway so that you can get the business figured out, the marketing happening, all that. So that's the financial picture, and the financial picture is really difficult here because it's going to come out to a lot of money, and the most challenging thing is how do you raise that money. And I have a number of videos explaining different fundraising techniques, donations, loans, investments, grant, creative techniques, whatever. A lot of videos, but still it's not easy, right? So, okay, let's say you're able to come up with that money. What's next? Where do you open this spa, right? So the neighborhood, which is essentially, you have to look at the neighborhood where you're going to open the spa, and you're going to have to look at who's living there. And that is your target market. And of course, if you see my videos, I always emphasize the target market and a deep understanding of them, right? And of course, you will have to have a competitive analysis of what are the other similar business in that area. And here's the trick. If there are a lot of such businesses, are you going to be able to compete? How will you be different? I mean, it's in this kind of a business, it's a little bit difficult to differentiate. If there is not a lot of competition, why not? Is the target market in that area, are they maybe not affluent enough? Are they maybe not, is it really not their lifestyle kind of component to use that kind of a business? So why isn't there, if there's many or too few other spas in the area, why, right? Are you going to be able to compete? And are you going to be able to generate demand? So those are the things you think about. So those are the things that I would really strongly urge you to think about if you are looking to start a spa. And of course, the most challenging thing about this kind of a business is to raise the initial capital. So, and it's actually one of the hurdles that makes almost everyone who wants to create a spa not start a spa, because it's really difficult to get that money. So it's almost, you know, you almost have to have a long-term sort of fundraising plan, understand how much money you will need to raise, and then really figure out how to get that money to get started, because that's the biggest real hurdle, and it's really hard to get that money. So that's what I would really urge you to focus on, is the fundraising for this business. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it was insightful. I hope it was helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you're starting a business, I have created mobile apps which help you start your business. They cover business ideas, business planning, marketing, and fundraising, and they're available on problemio.com, or if you search for Problemio in any of the app stores like iOS, Android, Kindle, Nook, you'll see the apps, and of course I'll have the link to the apps in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.